Hey everyone, it's April 14th, and that means that if today's your birthday, you share it with Australian serial killer Paul Denyer, known as the Frankston Killer, due to killing 3 young women in the Frankston suburb of Melbourne in 1993. And that is him right up there. Denyer was born in a suburb of Sydney in 1972, the third of 6 children in his English immigrant family. As a child, he suffered a head injury by falling off a bench, and it became a joke in the family. Anytime he would do something odd, his parents would say, "That's because you fell on your head as a baby." Denyer had trouble making friends in school, growing to be one of the largest children in his class and being socially awkward to boot. He was fascinated with knives as a child and used to cut open his sister's teddy bears and even stabbed the family cat to death at the age of 11. As a teen, Denyer was arrested for stealing a car and falsely reporting a fire and had a hard time holding down a steady job as a young adult, being fired 7 times and failing in his efforts to join the police force. He did manage to begin a relationship with a young woman, and the two moved in together in 1992. Other residents of the building nicknamed Denyer John Candy because they thought he looked like the legendary Funny Man. But he was a troubled individual, as evidenced in February of 1993 when he killed his neighbor Donna's cat, disemboweling it and writing, "Donna, you're dead," with its blood. Over a 7-week period beginning in June of that year, 3 young women, aged 17, 18, and 22, were stabbed to death in the Frankston area. A 41-year-old woman was also assaulted but managed to escape. The police set up a task force and scoured the crime scenes for any leads they could find, and they discovered a small piece of skin belonging to the killer. Now all they had to do was find the person to whom it belonged. Denyer's car was spotted in the area of one of the murders, and the police showed up wanting to talk. During the interview, they noticed that a piece of skin was missing from one of his fingers, and when asked for a DNA sample, Denyer cracked, admitting to the 3 murders. He gave an emotionless account of 3 brutal murders, saying that he just hated women and wanted to kill them. There's no doubt that had Denyer remained at large, the death toll would have been much higher. He was convicted and sentenced to 3 sentences of life in prison. In 2003, Denyer began identifying as a woman, and in 2004 petitioned the court to be allowed a name change from Paul to Paula. He began wearing makeup and sought sex reassignment surgery, but medical professionals denied the requests, and prison officials barred him from dressing in women's clothing. But true crime author Vicky Petraitis, who wrote a book about Denyer in 2018, says that he later stated that he no longer identifies as a woman. He remains behind bars but became eligible for parole 3 days ago and has filed a request to be released. There have been some efforts to reform the rules surrounding parole in Australia to prevent Denyer's release, but we'll need to wait and see what happens and whether he ever gets out. If Denyer is released, he will likely be closely supervised for the rest of his life. If this is your birthday, I hope you have a great day. Leave me a comment so I can wish you a happy birthday. If you know someone whose birthday it is today, send them this video so they can find out all about their birthday twin. And to Paul Denyer, I say, happy birthday, you bastard.